everybody, and welcome to the June 20th episode of the Fourshade Studios podcast. It is episode number 17. It's E3 time. We just had a magnificent E3 celebration.
Yeah, over a week ago.
It's been about a week, and we've had time to really digest our thoughts.
We've really been processing what we saw. It was an emotional experience.
It really took an emotional toll
on
all of us. We
had
really
to
needed a
process
week
it.
to put out a podcast, and we needed about 6 months to actually publish this podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
It's really hard to edit when you have tears in your eyes at the loss of 3 months of Animal Crossing. It's really...
That's
true.
But that was pretty much the only bad thing, right?
Yeah, Animal Crossing was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, horrible. Worst part of the E3.
I hope everyone thinks this is serious.
The best part of the E3 presentation was the very beginning. Because, man, did they have me going. I saw Smash and I thought, here we go, it's finally happening. And man, did it happen. The hero is finally in Smash. And wowee, am I excited. Because he has a sword, he has spiky hair.
He's a sword guy.
And
he's got friends.
And he's got friends. So it's like 4 new spiky-haired sword guys.
Yeah, it's like 4. You need 4 for the perfect team, right?
Exactly. So,
Thank
the
you.
heroes of
That sounded
Smash,
very genuine. 4.
Smash, I don't care.
Long pause. Exactly.
I thought the hero was a girl, so...
That is very equal of you, thinking that the hero could be a girl. The rest of us know that it was a guy, because that's obvious, right?
Do you think they'll have skins for it? That'll make it feminine?
No. I don't know. Have you played Dragon Quest? Because I don't know anything about it. I know the little blue jelly guy from Maple Story is in it, so that's cool.
From Maple Story. All slimes in video games are from Maple Story. Confirmed.
I thought it was a chew jelly.
This ain't Zelda.
Could be. It will be later in the podcast.
So yeah, hero character came out. What did you think? Like, part of me is like, I don't want another sword fighter, but at the same time, I think having 4 characters at the same time is cool.
I'm happy for Japan. Japan deserves it because, man, do they love that series. I almost wanted to play the Dragon Quest that came out in 2016 when I was over, just because I saw so much crap about it while just walking around. It was amazing.
Did you see that Pro controller that's coming out?
No.
It's in the shape of a slime.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It has, like, the buttons on the bottom.
Why?
Pretty gross.
I have no idea. But I was, like, looking into it more, and I saw that they had done the same thing for, like, I want to say the PS3. When one of the Dragon Quests came out for that, they made, like, a PS3 controller with, like, it was basically the same thing in the shape of a slime.
So they're just
why?
Making meme controllers? That's it?
It pretty much. It's like... It's like this big.
So
Get ready for slime controller speedrun.
That is true. It's like the next evolution of like beating games with like a DDR pad.
There you go. Donkey Kongos.
Yeah. See if you can beat Dragon.
Furiously dancing.
Or yeah, Donkey Kongo, like Brock said, just like.
That's how I want to play Smash, because then I would feel like I'm actually fighting somehow.
What if there was like some way to set it up where like the DDR pad is like your feet, and then like the Donkey Kong bongos are like your hands? It's like you have. I feel like you have enough buttons there.
Oh, you can make it work.
Well, you could like you could at least turn a D-pad into like the DDR.
Right,
like
and then
A
you
and B, A
select
and
on
B
there.
for the buttons, for the Congo buttons.
Yeah, you could punch. I'm not sure getting off specials would work, but yeah.
It'd work.
And like
The good
maybe
Smash players only use A anyway.
maybe
Right.
for jumping you could do like the 2 side arrows and double jump. You just do a quick like hop.
No,
Yes.
even better if you're not pressing a button, you jump, so you actually jump.
No button press is a
Okay.
jump.
Yeah, no matter what, you're just gonna be
You're
jumping.
just jumping the whole time. It's a good
Yeah.
defensive tactic.
That'd be fun to do if you were Kirby. Just like keep jumping.
Sure.
You get a lot of exercise that way.
That's why I play Kirby. For the
Yeah.
exercise.
You get a lot of steps in. It's really quite the workout.
Level up your Pokemon at the same time.
Yeah. Wear your Poke Walker.
We've gone somewhere with this.
What are we talking about again? A new character, a Smash character came out.
I think Luigi's in Smash. There's a third one.
Yeah.
It's gooey.
L is real.
Luigi's in Smash.
Luigi. Luigi confirmed as Luigi's skin.
Luigi for Smash.
Dr. Egad's in Smash. It's finally happened.
That's not a bad choice. That's right up there with Gino is.
What are you doing? Why are you inside of your shirt? Get out of your shirt.
I don't want to.
So the next thing they showed, aka
Okay,
really
I'm
the
gonna
first
cut your
thing they
side
showed
off.
was Luigi's Mansion. What do we think about that?
Luigi's Mansion 3?
Luigi's Mansion. Number three.
Luigi.
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's
Which
Mansion
is
4.
terribly
Luigi.
titled because it takes place in a hotel. So once again, Nintendo proves they have no idea how to title.
I didn't even think about that until you just said that.
That's true.
I'm here with the hot takes. So-
This looks okay to me.
You just see Poe. He just.
He like
he
woke up from
and
a
he was like,
dream of snorting. I don't know, I think my problem is I haven't played the second game, and I've heard it's gonna be very similar to the second game. So I'm just like, I guess I'm stuck because I'm like, I need to know what the second game is before I can make a decision.
I actually heard that they were trying to put more puzzles into it and more boss fights because the second game like didn't have interesting ones or something. So
Yeah,
that sounded good to me, though I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game. They just look fun.
like one of the critiques I know about the second one was that all of the ghosts looked the same, and there wasn't like much variation between just like the ghost you fight and also like the ghost bosses. But like I feel like all the just like regular enemy ghosts just all look the same to me. They all look like kind of the same ghost with different costumes on or something. Like some of them look like little bellboys or something. Like basically
Yeah.
take a ghost and put a different hat on it. But I mean, that doesn't mean like that the boss ghosts aren't going to be like super cool and different. So I don't know.
For me, I think it's the environments that'll keep it fresh. So what I've seen is the floors seem to be themed at the hotel. So if they do well, I think it'll be okay if all the ghosts have different hats on.
Yeah. One thing too is something that I was reading is like it was saying that the second game had kind of like levels instead of more of an open world feel. That it's almost like stage based or something, which I think I would kind of prefer how it was in the first game where it was just like here's this entire mansion, like some things are blocked off due to you not having like certain powers, but like it's pretty much you just explore it. If it is more stage based, like I've read the second one is, then I think I would dislike it in that aspect. But again, I need to play the second one to actually see.
Makes sense.
So yeah,
I have no thoughts.
but I think like playing as Guiji will be cool because you actually can play like multiplayer.
That's true. That's. I assume Luigi's going to be able to do basically anything Luigi can, so it's not going to be like
Right.
Mario and Cappy. It's going to.
When it in like what you were saying earlier about the puzzles, like I feel like they're gonna use the Guiji for like a lot of the puzzle things because I saw in one of the trailers that like Guiji can't walk through water, so I feel like it'll almost be kind of like in Pikmin 2 or something where you're playing as like Louie and Olimar, like you're kind of controlling like these two different areas, but like only one person can go. Like Luigi can obviously only go through water at some points, and whatever else he's going to be able to do that
Right.
Luigi's like more limited to. Because like it said, like Luigi can like walk over spikes and things. So I don't know. I think it's cool that they can use that as like a puzzle mechanic, even though it's like a player character.
Yeah, if they actually use it to create some interesting puzzles, I'll be overjoyed because I can't say I expect anything from the puzzles in this game. At
Right.
least
Yeah.
opens the possibility they come up with something cool.
Right. Well, what else we got?
There's also an 8-player co-op mode, which sounds awesome in my mind, called the Scare Scraper.
I guess I didn't
Looked
see
like
that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
really, it just looked like absolute chaos, which I am always find fun. And I think you can play it online, so you'll always have like the 8 players of chaos.
And like, what is it? It's just
It's
like
like
getting
clearing
ghosts.
floors. I guess you suck up all the ghosts in a floor or something. I don't know really,
Okay. But
but
yeah, I mean,
it,
like
it is a co-op
multiplayer's.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like the more multiplayer that they can add to stuff is good.
yeah. I mean, at the worst, then you never play it and you have a Luigi's Mansion game to play.
Yeah.
At best, it's the greatest thing. At best, it's the best part of the game, and you didn't expect it.
Exactly. Next, they showed off Link's Awakening, the new remake they're going to be doing. I'm pretty. I feel like I'm pretty hyped about this. I had this game as a kid, and I have like super fond memories of playing it on like the Game Boy because they had the it was like Link's Awakening like director's cut or something, and I thought it was like so weird because it was like when I was first getting into like video games, and I was like, okay, this is a Zelda game, but then there was like several like Mario elements in it, like right off the bat, and I was like, wait, this is weird to me. Like I'm still like a little kid, like figuring out like video game universes, so I'm like, oh, okay, it's like it's all the same. It's all Nintendo.
Yeah, I've never seen anything about this at all, or about this game aside from when they made the remake and I started learning about it, and just everything I've heard about this game and its development, and how it was just kind of like a stepchild of Zelda, really. Developers just kind of going off on their own makes me real sick in it because I like weird Zelda probably the most when they're trying new things and whatnot. So it
Right.
feels like this game's going to be that.
Yeah.
Plus, it looks adorable.
Yeah. The art style is like super awesome.
Okay.
It's just yeah. Please don't talk while I leave.
Sorry. He's just been really distracting me. Oh my god.
I hope that got on the audio.
It definitely did. Anyway, I don't know. I think the art style is okay. I don't know. Like some parts are cute. I like the little Tanuki guy that they showed where he's like making a little belly drum. But Other than that, I don't really care about the graphics. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, they don't really matter to top-down Zelda, but at least they stuck with something that's unique and,
Yeah.
it's going to stick around in your mind.
Yeah.
It's almost like a. I don't know if I've said this before, but it's like it reminds me of Clay or something.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
Like it kind of reminds me of like those little Pikmin shorts that they used to do that
Ooh,
were like kind of like clay stop motion.
it's like early 2000s bad internet CGI.
Yes, but it looks
Animation.
good.
3D animations.
But yeah, I'm excited. I was like super surprised that they were even considering remaking this to begin with.
What's
And it
happening?
kind of, I mean, it
Nothing's
gives me
off
hope.
limits.
It gives me hope that they're gonna like remake other games like I don't know, like more
I
obscure
wish
games, like Game Boy games, like Oracle of Ages or Oracle of Seasons, or like a Minish Cap in this style would be awesome. Like a Four Swords in this style would be awesome.
I was just thinking about how much I really want to play Zelda 2 style.
Zelda 2, kill me. I don't even know if I have the patience to play that ever again. No matter what art style it is. It would need some like serious reworks.
Yeah, but Four Swords being remade, I'd be all about that. That game is super fun.
I haven't played any of the like Game Boy Zelda games, so I don't know. I want to play this remake just like to sort of experience maybe how people like felt about it and envisioned it and remembered it when they were going through it the first playthrough, like on the first game. Um, yeah, I'm curious to see what it's like.
Well, it's like I think it's like 20 years old or something this year, 20 or 25 years old. So that's like it at least gives people a good chance to replay it if they've never experienced it.
There's definitely a large number of people who probably didn't even know it really existed.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, that is coming out September 20th. So
Super soon.
not too far away.
and then we get to a list of a bunch of games that I'm gonna go off on a limb and say that none of us really care.
Nope.
You would be
But we're gonna
correct.
list them off for those oblivious people that only follow Fourshade for their
Yes.
Nintendo news.
Amen.
Fire Emblem Three Houses, aka Swordy Guy, use swords against
Swordy
each
guys
other.
with a kingdom with more swordy guys.
Yes, there you go. There's a couple more Resident Evil ports coming to Switch, which Resident Evil 4 is fun, but I'm not going to buy it again because I got the Wii controllers.
Fair enough.
The only thing I remember about those is the advertisement they showed. Just like where the two people sneak off into that haunted house to play it.
Oh yeah, that was super weird.
It was a weird advertisement.
I've never seen that.
It
You
was
don't
like
sneak off to abandoned houses to
it was
play
like
the
this
game?
guy and this girl, and it was like they like looking at each other like
This is the perfect
They're like,
place to
yeah.
play Resident Evil.
they're like, yeah, let's go do this, and they like go to an abandoned house. They like set the Switch down on a table.
And then they cut to their reactions anytime anything violent was supposed to happen, but then once that whole part was done, they were just showing like a montage of like playthrough videos or whatever, and like it showed people getting shot and like dying. I'm like, what? I'm confused.
It was super weird.
Yeah, so I don't care about those.
But you definitely don't care about No More Heroes 3.
See, that's what I was most excited about the entire E3.
Okay, here we go. It's Devin's time on the show to shine. Let's hear it.
That was sarcasm.
Nope.
Yeah.
You've set yourself up. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Tell us
why-
about No More
Do you
Heroes
even
3.
remember? Do you even remember this trailer? Do you
I-
even know what it was?
It was like some guy in a neck brace. I think his name was Travis. He like turned into
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Keep going.
And then he went back to being kind of like the guy in the neck brace, but
Someone please
he
make
was
this.
clean shaven. He was clean shaven with no neck brace, and he had like a lightsaber for some
He was
reason.
clean shaven with no neck beard.
And then he was like, people say there are no more heroes anymore. Surely that's not true. I'm Travis.
Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. I'm Travis Scott. And I'm the last hero alive. Wink.
Wink. Did he say wink or did he wink?
I don't really know what. There was some other tagline, but I don't remember what it was. It was like sarcastic though. Like he was definitely sarcastic asshole like Iron Man guy.
Okay.
So that was
Cool.
my interpretation of that. And why I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I'd never played any of those games, so
No.
I don't have any. I don't know. I have no thoughts.
Your video's doing the craziest.
Brock, your video is going crazy right now.
Great.
Literally, it's
looks
like
you're chewing.
it looks like the top half of you is like all robotic and like screwed up, and then like your jaw is just like. Okay, it's
Oh,
normal
that's-
now. It's normal now.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm glad we had that intermission.
Yes.
That's actually the reaction I have to every No More Heroes game. I get so excited, I can't control my jaw.
Your video is just like a straight potato right now.
It's just like you doing.
It's getting scarier and scarier.
Well,
You're
we
turning
can
into
keep
like
going.
a piece
This
of
could be-
modern art.
Wow.
We'll keep going. Stop laughing. Cool it.
Okay. There's like one pixel that's like super colorful.
Are you kidding?
Okay,
Oh,
you're
no, it's
normal now.
it's
You're normal
it's
now. You're
normal,
back.
it's normal.
It's pretty
We
good.
saved you. We got you back from the No More Hero
We
zone.
were on to them.
Oh
Oh
god.
no. Okay, so anyway.
Okay, Brock's just a painting. We'll finish this. Oh, you have more colorful things.
How about
Um,
Astral Chain? I don't remember this being a thing.
I don't even.
I know that a
remember
lot
what
of people were
is.
like hyped about this, but yeah, I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay.
Oh, Marvel game.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black.
I thought
Order.
this looked more fun than that PlayStation game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, after watching the what press conference was that? That was
It was just like so.
So neat.
I thought they didn't have a press conference. I thought it was like Square or something.
Oh, you're 100% right. Ignore me.
So yeah, it looks cool that because it reminded me of like an old school like just like multiplayer brawler type thing.
Post going.
Exactly.
To drive me nuts. I don't know. I don't care about superheroes or Marvel.
So you're the reason there are no more heroes.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I never played those. Apparently people like them. I don't know.
I guarantee if I were to buy one of those, I would think it's amazing, and that's why I haven't bought one.
Really?
Why
I'm
do-
all about
why do you
terrible
not-
editions of sports
Why do you not buy games you think you would enjoy?
because
seems
I
very-
love practicing self-punishment.
Brock does not like to enjoy his time.
How do you make purchases on video games?
He likes to live a life of suffering.
I'm really confused.
Peer pressure.
We've been pressuring you to get a 3DS for a million years and you still haven't bought it.
Why would you get a 3DS at this point?
Well, at this point, yes, but You missed out on New Leaf, dude.
Well, he's just gonna get the
And
next Animal
now
Crossing.
I have, yeah.
That's fair.
So, Olympic Games, pick it up if you think it's going to be good, because I'm not going.
Okay. Sweet.
And speaking of Animal Crossing, that's what we have next on our list, and it looks dank.
Yeah, but it's delayed, so we don't need to talk about
That is
that.
true.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was so happy for it that I was just like, I don't even care it's delayed.
No, it looked too
I-
good.
I literally don't care because I've got a schedule of games to play already between Mario Maker
There's
3,
like
So many coming out in the
then
fall.
Luigi's Mansion,
Yeah.
then Pokemon, and I don't like running through Pokemon, so having an extra 3 months with Pokemon before Animal Crossing, it's perfect if you ask me.
Well, yeah, it'll give you enough time to beat Let's Go.
And you'll also
Oh,
play
and
some-
Zelda. Zelda's coming out too.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll give you enough time to beat Zelda.
Wait, you still haven't beaten Let's Go?
There's
beat
no way
Let's
he's
Go,
beaten
except
Let's
I
Go.
did.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm in Fuchsia City, I think.
Brock doesn't beat games.
Fuchsia City? My
I do
word,
beat-
you're not
I
even at
beat-
the 8th gym?
I beat the vast majority of games I buy these days. Thank you very much.
What have you been doing?
He's just been listening to the music.
Carrying that
I'm
Switch
very
around,
cultured.
He's been plugging his headphones into his Switch and just listening to the tunes.
Tisk tisk.
I've
Hey, man.
actually been playing a lot more Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's true.
And I bought Doom. See, I bought Doom. That's what I need to give a review of in
Right.
a month.
A game all about suffering.
We're noticing a trend here.
Brock's a glutton for punishment.
A masochist.
That, yes. So, Animal Crossing, we can
Devin,
talk
why don't you
about
talk
it.
about Animal Crossing?
It looks so good.
Devin was like
So
crying.
good.
Devin was like about to cry when this was showing.
Yeah.
Devin was like about to shed tears.
Like I said, it was a very emotional E3 for me, you know? I don't know, their hair's shiny. Like, it looks really good.
Animal Crossing. The hair shiny.
It's the shiny hair version, I don't know. I really like that you build the entire town from scratch. That's really cool. Like, nobody lives there except for you. You can
I hope you
farm.
can keep it that way.
Then what would you do?
Nothing.
Farm.
You'd live a life of solitude.
This isn't Don't Starve. Yeah, you can farm, and I really like that. I really like doing boring stuff like that. Farming, having a pet. I don't know if you can have a pet. I'm fantasizing.
The villages. The
These are
villagers
just
are
things
your
I
pets.
like that I'm listing.
Like farming and petting dogs.
I like to ride horses.
I hope I have a dog villager.
I do. I want Fuchsia. Fuchsia, the little deer character that they showed, the pink deer. She's so cute. I want her in my village. I like that you can craft items like axes. Not specifically the axe. I don't really care. I'm sure it's useful, but I don't know. I like crafting and making
This
stuff.
is the worst description of Animal Crossing I've ever heard.
And your character is fully customizable, which is cool.
You can do the stuff.
I like
and you can do the stuff,
customization.
You can do the
I
stuff.
like this game because it has a lot of customization, and that's what I like.
I like the note in the Nintendo Treehouse that you can set the seasons to be northern or southern hemisphere. That's Nintendo really looking out for those Antarctic
I
scientists.
didn't know that.
There you go.
That's crazy.
Your island can be wherever you want it to be.
Oh, Blake liked the pole vaulting part. 'Cause,
Yeah.
What?
That's cool.
Oh, over the river. Yeah.
Yeah.
In case nobody knew this, which I don't know why anyone watching this would,
People stalk me.
Blake used to pole vault. So that's why he likes the pole vaulting.
Confirmed.
We're playing New Leaf right now. again, and there was this item called the high jump mat, and I bought it and gave it to Blake, and it's actually kind of cool because they have the mat and they have the bar, and it's like a bed. And so when you flop onto the bed, you jump over the bar and land onto the mat like a high jump, and it's cool. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. It's clever. Anyway, I think it looks cool. I'm ready for shiny hair and shallow depth of field.
I also enjoyed the trailer, mostly because the music was nice. And actually, they added a bunch of new sound effects, like Foley effects, which really made it super relaxing. And everything like they did in the trailer, like sounded awesome. And all I want out of Animal Crossing is to feel like everything's all right in the world, and those sounds help so much.
When I'm having a bad day, I go on the YouTube on my phone, and like when I have my headphones in, I just like search Animal Crossing rainy day music. It's great.
It's soothing.
It's soothing, indeed. It's quite tranquil.
It's chicken soup for the soul.
Tranquil.
Oh, I like that there are clams on the beaches because that's such a random idea, but why not?
Clams?
Yeah, there are now shadows on the beach, and they're clams that you dig up.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Because I
Did
knew
you
there
not
was
watch the
seashells.
treehouse afterwards?
What?
Did you watch the gameplay treehouse afterwards? They
No.
played like 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to like see any of it.
Ah, okay. Then I won't spoil anything else magnificent. But it looked fun.
Shells. Yeah, it looks cool. I feel like it's neat that you're completely starting from scratch this time. Because I was like curious. I felt like it was like moving in such a way where it was like, all right, you're the leader of this town. You're the mayor. Like it was like getting more and more. I don't know, like city-like. I feel like this is like a complete like switch of directions, just change of pace, which is super cool. Because like farming and stuff, that's never been in Animal Crossing.
Does that mean you can starve?
No.
I am kind of wondering if you have the power to like zone houses and whatnot, because
Right.
if like you saw in the trailer he was placing down. If you can zone things and actually kind of control like where the buildings go to, which it seems like you probably. I'm gonna go full city planner on this and have
Right.
so much fun doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I feel like this is gonna give you like almost the most like control over like building placement that like we've ever seen. Because it seems like you can literally like craft, place buildings, place objects, like just out wherever.
Right. So high expectations
Yeah.
that it will meet no matter what, because there's no way they could mess up Animal Crossing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if it's, I hope they keep a lot of the same stuff from the other ones, like the museum and everything. I mean, I don't know if they showed that in the treehouse at all, but I obviously hope they keep that. I just like all the collections like that you have, like the fossils and the fish and bugs and all that.
Keep everything, but you have to build it all. That's like how I imagine this game being.
And there's actually something they showed that I thought was perfect for you.
He's digging for clams.
He's nesting.
He saw a dark shadow on the beach.
Yes.
But there's the 2-player co-op thing. So you can play co-op basically if you're on the same screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Which seemed pretty fun if you was like you guys just kind of sitting there. You could clear a whole forest half the time.
I was wondering how that would work, because like I was thinking about like if you went in like a building or something, like what would happen to all the characters. But
I assume they just disappear, poof, reappear in the building.
that's what I thought. Or
You
like
probably can't. Go ahead.
you went robot mode again. you look you look like a
You're about
fish
to
like gasping
sneeze.
for air or something. But yeah, like I was wondering like if like let's say I feel like it's gonna be based around like the main first player character, and like if you like get too far away, then you'll just like poof. You'll be like on
Right.
the edge of the screen or something. But yeah,
Which
I don't know.
split screen would be nice but at the same time, I think keeping people on the same screen means that they're like trying to actually get you to play together and to cooperate instead of
Right. Well, and like
just two players doing whatever they want at the same time. Right?
yeah. Well, and also, aren't they gonna have 8 people in the same world, like online or something?
That I'm not sure of. That's the
Because
case.
at the end of the E3 trailer, it showed 8 people. It showed like 8 actual human characters, like running around, and then like at the very end shot, there's 8 people. It was like always 8 people. So I was like, this is cool. Like, if I can just have 8 people in my town, that'll feel like way more. It's like something to have the NPCs in there. It feels like a little bit like lived in, but like actual like 8 human characters will be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like the animal characters just like kind of bumble around like, oh hey, I have a net in my hand. I'm just like walking around aimlessly. Like the player characters actually be like digging and like fishing at the same time. They'll obviously be doing something, which is
Yeah,
it'll be neat.
the whole game will be.
Yeah, and one like I said, like it's not coming out till what March
Yeah,
20th.
it's something like that. It's
But yeah,
definitely
like
March.
what wasn't it supposed to come out? Did it have a hard release date? Was it or was it just like 2019?
I think it was December 2019
Yeah.
or something.
So I
It
mean,
was holiday maybe.
yeah. So even though we're not going to get it like within 2019, like we probably would have gotten it like November, December anyway. So it's just like I'm fine with waiting like 3 months. Like if that's what they need to really flesh it out, like sure.
Yeah,
Cause
please understand.
like Animal Crossing is one of those games where it's like it's so replayable. You can just like you're probably not gonna sit there and play like a big chunk of time for like a 6 hour period. Maybe you will be able to in this game. I don't know. Maybe like the crafting will be that like insane. But I feel like the way has been designed in the past, like Animal Crossing is just like go in, play for like 20, 30 minutes maybe, like each day, and just kind of see like what's happening that day.
Yep, I
So that,
fully agree.
yeah. So like in that way, it's like I guess it doesn't really matter if it got delayed. Like you're still gonna be able to do that. It's still gonna be kind of timeless.
And one of the things I saw someone else brought up was the fact that since it's coming out in March, everybody's going to get the game during spring. And spring in Animal Crossing is
Yeah,
wonderful.
that'd be super cool. With all like the at least in the old ones, like the trees would like turn pink and stuff. It would be basically
Yeah,
like cherry blossoms. So that's super
yep,
cool.
yep. So we'll all be happy when it releases, no matter
Yep.
when it is. So
Yep. 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 It'd be super cool. Well, any other
yep.
thoughts? Animal Crossing? No.
I'm not the Animal Crossing expert.
Devin is.
I'm drawing.
She's drawing.
I can't see it. Are you sure?
Yeah. And my pencil.
So, what next was
Something that came out of absolutely nowhere.
Banjo Kazooie?
Shh, you can spoil that. No, that wasn't next.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, what
That was
was?
the very last thing, wasn't it?
No, Zelda was the last thing.
Was it really? No. Okay, Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah. Were you
Yay!
were you surprised about the trailer? Like,
I
what was your thought process about the trailer? I guess.
So when they announced the hero, I thought that was it, and I had no consideration of them announcing a second character, that being Banjo Kazooie.
Right.
As soon as the trailer started, I thought, "Oh my God, they're acting to it." Not because I saw anything, but because I just assumed last trailer, second character, like it has to be.
Yeah.
I completely missed the Jiggy flying across. I thought it was a golden banana from Donkey.
Yeah, from Donkey Kong.
We thought it was gonna be like Diddy Kong or something. Or not Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong. Or something. Cranky Kong. I don't know. I thought
And
it was
then I think every I think most people missed the Jiggy. I don't.
Yeah. I caught it, but I was like I was so confused like when they started playing that at first because I saw like before the actual like scene with like the Kongs in it. You know how it showed like the quick flashes across the screen where it was like I can't even remember. It was like probably like Mario and Bowser and stuff like that. Just like Smash characters.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, okay, like they're just like reiterating like, "Hey, Smash is out and like you should buy it." And then
yeah,
they went into that cinematic and it was like it was very similar to the King K. Rool reveal. So it's like I don't know why, but for some reason I did not think it was a new character. I was like, okay, like why are they showing this King K. Rool like cinematic again? But then like I was like, wait, King K. Rool is sitting in the background with them. Like this is something completely different. And then yeah, like we saw the Jiggy hop across the screen, and I was like, wait, what the heck? But like my mind was just like it was like happening like so quickly to me. Like all these thoughts, I was like, wait, this is an old trailer. No, it's a new trailer. Wait, that's a Jiggy. And then like all of them like go to the window at the same time, and I was like, what is happening? What is happening?
and then I went full complete idiot. So I was 100% faked out by Duck Hunt Dog,
Right.
and you have no idea how much I worried for Nintendo when they Duck Hunt Dog like said appeared and it wasn't Banjo
Oh
Kazooie. I
yeah,
was
he
like,
did like the
they're gonna
troll
piss
face.
off everyone. They cannot do this.
Well, what do you think it was gonna be? Did you think like it was just gonna be like, hey, we trolled you, no new character?
I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead, but I
Right.
definitely thought, oh crap, they might not actually do Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, if they did that,
They would not hear the
there
end
would
of
be
it.
yeah, there would be no Nintendo today. Like their stock would have plummeted to zero.
Maybe, but they did, and they
Right.
look cool. They look like
Yeah.
they updated N64 Banjo Kazooie, so I'm super happy.
Yeah.
And I never even played the games. All I did was watch you play the games like 40 times.
Yeah, that was like when I think back to like the N64,
That's how I imagine them.
it was like that was like one of my favorite games. Like just in terms of like platforming and like collectathon type games like that, just like I honestly feel like that's part of like where some of my OCD came from, like where like it stems from. It's like, oh,
That
I
makes
missed a
sense.
music note. I need to get that. Oh, I missed my one. I have 99 music notes in this level. I cannot leave until I find the 100th.
Yeah. So we got our character. They look good, and then they showed a little bit of the stage, which would be Spiral Mountain. I was
Right?
happy that Grunty got kind of a cameo in there,
Yeah.
and Mumbo was kind of had a cameo in the
Yeah.
back too. So I'm
Yeah.
glad they put the.
Yeah, I was surprised by how much like actual like details from the game that they like could show off in that like basically tiny stage. Um, and just like plus like the music that goes along with that stage is just like awesome.
I've literally, it's on the Smash right now. I've literally repeated it probably 50 times by now because it's
Yeah,
good.
it's like well, it's like so good because like it goes, it's like the Spiral Mountain theme, and then like it the like halfway through or whatever, it goes through all of these like 10-second things of like iconic level music. It's like the Freezy Peaks music, and then like the Gobi Valley music. It's just like all like Monster Mansion. It's like all these like little like just tunes that are like so awesome.
What's funny is those go way over my head. I recognize they're so quick.
Right.
I just like the Spiral Mountain theme. It keeps the whole the atmosphere of Banjo Kazooie alive so well.
Right. Yeah, I like if you I would like literally say like go listen to like the world music for each of the worlds, and then like go to the stage music, and like I found it in the comments like on YouTube. Like someone had like time stamped it like, hey, at this time this is when like Freezy Peaks music starts. And like
Right.
if you go back, if you like at that point like listen to the other world music that they're referring to, it's just like so good. Because it's
Yeah.
like not all of it is like it's not just like ripped straight from the world like note for note. It's like they've kind of manipulated a little bit so that it fits like I don't know, it's
Yeah.
just so good.
And I think I heard that Grant K, because I can't say his last
Kirko.
name, is doing more. The composer who did original Banjo
Yeah.
Kazooie and remake has more songs in the game, so
That
more
would
of that.
be yeah, awesome. Yeah, his music is just like unbelievable.
Alright, I finished
Banjo
my
Kazooie
drawing.
and Smash, and
I,
Devin finished the drawing.
I finished my drawing. It's a little scary. Her legs are definitely broken, but I made a little female villager.
In honor of Animal Crossing, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What is it? New tour? Did we ever? We were talking about it. Did we ever figure it out?
It's
New
New
island?
Horizons.
Island tour? New
New Horizons.
Horizon? Okay. New Horizon.
Because islands, you can see the horizon.
Right. Not New Leaf, New Horizon.
Lots of possibilities on the horizon.
Yes.
But
yeah,
really, Banjo Kazooie and
I
Smash
like
is.
yeah, it's crazy.
I
like
don't know
to
how
me
we're
this
going to
kind
go
of
to
was
any
like
other Smash game.
this was like one of my top characters. Like now that he's in there, I'm just like, okay, I don't even care.
Yeah, I got. Oh, K. Rule was my troll character, and I didn't care past that. I
Right.
apparently care a lot because this makes me super excited.
Right. Yeah, well, it's like crazy to me because I'm like, what's next? Like, are they leaving the best for last, or like, what
Wolf,
are they doing?
Wolf Lincoln Midnight.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
I think that'd
Yeah,
be
it'd
such
be
a cool
cool.
character.
I really do feel like though that it's all gonna be
It's not
third
gonna do
party.
it, yeah. They, I don't think they would ever consider that character.
The only character I would be disappointed in seeing that I can think of right Minecraft guy, which I guess his name is Steve.
Steve, yeah. I I don't know. It like for me it'd be very hard to do that character like well in Smash.
We can go on perspective characters for days, though.
Right. But what? How many do we have? One more or two more? We had what was the first one?
Joker,
Joker,
the hero,
Hero, Banjo.
the
Okay,
great
yeah.
ones.
I guess we have two more.
Twintel from Arms.
I would actually hope for Spyro next. That's my next
That'll be
top
cool.
one.
If they did like a Spyro or Crash, that would be. I feel like that would be the same caliber as like some of these other characters.
I think Crash would be a good one too, but he wouldn't be as unique. Whereas Spyro could be definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those are on Switch,
Yeah, that's why I say that.
which is yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
And we're probably going to get them before the end of the year, past literally for 2019.
Yeah.
So the hype will never stop. Literally, the
Pretty
hype
much.
is worth my $20. The characters are just a bonus.
Honestly, that's kind of true. Like that trailer alone, just to watch that was yeah. That was worth $20.
But that wasn't the end, apparently.
It was not the end.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So I've heard.
We don't want to get sued.
Yeah. I think I did actually tear up for this one. I was really happy.
Wait, did you think it? I thought it was DLC. I
I
was
did too.
all.
Well, first, we thought it was going to be
I
Metroid.
had no idea what this was at
We
first.
thought it was going to be Metroid at first. We just saw, like,
Okay.
some weird, like, alien-looking structure with, like,
Well, like
green...
the green stuff was the first thing that like stuck out to me.
Yeah.
With, like the green swirling text, and I was like,
By the way, we're on to Breath of the Wild 2, for
yes.
clarity.
But yeah, because I was like, I don't even know what this looks like to me. But then like when they zoomed out and like showed the big like the big text spiraling and like
Yeah.
the like calamity like stuff like oozing out, like that's when it like triggered to me. Like I was like, is this Zelda? Like what the
Yeah.
heck is this? And like the structure that it's like kind of coming like the stalactite coming down from the ceiling, that was like super reminiscent of like one of the towers. You know, like the tower like kind of drips the information of the
Yep.
world into your like Sheikah slate. I was like, okay, this is like what the heck is this?
When I saw Link and Zelda, I mean, I thought it was DLC, and I was like getting teary eyed from thinking it was DLC. And then when they were like, Breath of the Wild 2 coming at some point, I I don't know. We always get mad at our neighbor for screaming at video games, but like I was some competition for him that day. I was screaming. I texted my sister. I was like, "Oh my god, did you see this?" I was like punching the air.
Better than punching a wall.
Yeah, so were me.
Yeah, that's true. Blake was there. I almost punched him, but it was too joyous. I could not do harm to someone.
But like
So-
the first time we got to see Link and Zelda 2, it kind of like I didn't know if it was them because it was like this shot where it was like a staircase like kind of spiraling around and they were like kind of at a distance still. And like you could tell by like the hair color and stuff that it was probably them, but I was like, do I believe this or not?
And Zelda's got this cool new haircut.
Didn't even
Allegedly, it might be because it doesn't like clip in the hood or clip the hood or whatever. Because you can play her, which
It
would
don't
be
clip in the hood.
but it's never
you're
gonna
getting into the
happen.
weeds
It's
here.
not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But
So before you go all into the things that could
Yes,
happen,
let's hear what
right,
Brock.
yes, please, by all means.
I was actually very tempered with my excitement because one, I thought it was DLC, and then two, I thought, well, last year teased Metroid Prime, and then, well, we know how that turned out. We're not going to see anything about that
Yeah.
for 4 years. So I
Right.
was thinking, Breath of the Wild 2, we'll see more about it in 3 years. Fine, I guess. But the more I've read online about people like speculating about when it's going to come out, if this happens in the next 2 years, like, okay, now I
Yeah.
can start getting hyped. And it
Right.
seems like that's entirely possible.
Yeah, because I mean they're we were watching some other videos talking about it, and like this is from an in-game cutscene cinematic, allegedly, and like that comes pretty late after production of the game, generally, I guess. Um, and then I mean they already have all the technology to make the game because they did it with Breath of the Wild, and like it seems like a lot of their DLC is stemming from, or a lot of the ideas for this game is stemming from like ideas of DLC that they were working on, which was like based on, I think, a lot of cut content
Yeah.
from the first game. So they have a lot of ideas for it already, and they seem to have been working on it for some time at this point. But it's so
Yeah.
soon. It's so awesome. I never thought we would get another Zelda game this soon.
I almost like wonder if they basically have been working on it since the DLC.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like they've been coming out with those. 'Cause, I mean, like it's been a while since like that second Champions Ballad thing came out.
Yeah. Either way, like, I think everybody's big worry then is because they're reusing the world, change the world. And honestly, for me, I assume that they'll change up like the towns and whatnot. It won't just be a copy and paste of all the exact same thing. But like the exploring within Hyrule, even if I know generally where things, I didn't comb it looking for all the Korok seeds, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine in that regard. I know you guys spend a lot more time actually finding things in the world, so that might
I mean, but it's
concern.
like I got a good majority of the Korok seeds, but it's like when it's like a world it's that vast, it's like I cannot remember every nook and cranny of that place. Like it's just way too overwhelming.
That's how I am. I think it'd be perfectly fine if it's just slight changes and whatnot. And that's the worst case scenario, I think.
Yeah, me too. Cause like I don't even part of me doesn't even think they're gonna reuse the world.
I think Anuma said they are reusing the world, but we feel like what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I'm sure you'll get to explore like places that you were in the first game, but I feel like, especially based on leaks that I've seen, which is not valid at all, but it sounds like there's different areas to explore also. So I hope it's a bit of both. I hope there's new places to explore as well as like revisiting past places you've been, and it's like different somehow.
My best case internal hopes is that this somehow comes to being like a link to the past, where they keep the original Breath of the Wild world and then they have a dark something and
That's like what I
it's a
was.
lot more
Yeah,
modified.
Yeah.
I
I
think
was.
that'd be awesome.
I was kind of thinking like I wouldn't be disappointed with the world if they reused it. Yeah, if they did something like that. I was almost, but in my head, I was almost thinking of sort of like a time travel mechanic, because like I guess like the world that the current characters are living in is after like all this chaos and like ruin has happened. Like I think it'd be cool to somehow like travel back in time to see like just play through the exact same terrain, but with like buildings and things still there that aren't destroyed.
At
Yeah,
its
because,
peak.
like,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Uh, because, like, they never really expanded upon, like, why the Sheikah built all that stuff in the first place 10,000 years ago. I mean, just that they were there, but, like, I don't know. I feel like there was more that could have been expanded upon, like, why they built all that stuff. Um, and then, like, the Zonai. I keep hearing in a bunch of videos, like, people talking about the Zonai being, like, an ancient tribe or whatever. Um, and relating, like, have you seen what armor is it?
It's the barbarian armor.
Barbarian armor. Have you seen the barbarian armor? It's like the skull.
It's like a skull
helmet.
mask, and it's like very
Yeah.
tribal looking.
Yeah, so that's like from the Zonai or whatever, and there's ruins all around Hyrule, like built by the Zonai, because it has like this crest on it or whatever. But on that armor, it has like red hair coming out of the back of it, and in like that wall, or no, it was from like the origin story or something. It showed Zelda.
Like when Impa's telling you the story about Ganon,
Yes.
it shows like the very stylized picture of like
And the hero has
a
red.
hero like with a sword like attacking basically a Ganon like figure.
Yeah, and it has Zelda. Zelda has blonde hair, but the hero has red hair.
Yeah, so it's just like weird stuff.
Yeah.
That's a little bit deep into lore for me, but you know, it could be true.
Well, and it's weird that because like in that picture, like I'll try to like do this the best I can. It's like this. The hero's like facing this way.
Yeah.
Sword is like coming up like this, and
Beautiful red
his
hair.
hand. It's like long red hair. His hand is like glowing a different color than the rest of his skin, but it's only the hand. Which is like very weird because like in that trailer, you know, like there's that scene where Link is like, "Whoa, I have a weird hand."
Yeah. They've been playing it all along.
Yeah, so I don't know, it's just weird stuff.
And I'm curious where in the timeline 10,000 years ago was, if they even care about that.
They said screw the timeline.
Yeah.
Let the timeline go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good call on their part.
Yeah.
The other big thing I think that a lot of people have said is it seemed like we saw the front of a traditional Zelda duck, which would be a big step up in my book.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be huge, because that was the one thing that I did kind of miss with Breath of the Wild, because like to me, like in my head when I think of a Zelda game, I think of like the problem solving game. It's like you're solving puzzles and things. Where like you did that in a way in Breath of the Wild, but it was like in a much different.
It's much weird, differently paced, I guess.
Like I feel like the shrines got at that, but it was like the shrines you were like doing this set thing. Like each shrine had one idea, and it was kind of trying to flush that one idea out. Like a dungeon, it's just like each room is like a completely different thing. You got to do all the rooms to get to like your final goal, which is the boss.
Right. I am very, very bad with directions in games, and because of that, I get lost in Zelda dungeons and have to wait for 20 minutes just figuring out what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of it, right? And I never got that in. Well, yeah, even with the Divine Beast, I never really got that in.
Yeah, I mean, the Divine Beasts were like, I guess they were close to dungeons, but it was just like.
It felt
they
so
just
empty.
weren't. Yeah, they weren't on like the same scale, and they just like.
They just felt really empty to me.
Yeah, there were no
They didn't seem to have like a
enemies
theme either. Like
no, it was just like Sheikah.
Yeah, like
stuff.
I really like hey, this is the Forest Temple. It's all things like forest.
Yeah, and like the only enemies you get were just like eyeballs.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Like in the Divine Beast, it was like, oh, the elephant one, like you're gonna be pushing a lot of water around. Like the camel one, you're gonna be like getting
It was, like,
electricity to all these
yeah.
different places. Like, I mean, it kind of had like that idea throughout it, but it was just like I feel like that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get more information in due time.
Yeah. I
But as
mean,
we've
do we want
gone
to talk
over, we'll
about?
be distracted until like June of next year.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about like the trailer specifically, like more than we already have?
The
Sure.
green letters say Seal Ganon.
Why don't we just tell what the trailer what happened in the trailer for a more
Um,
complete picture?
okay, Link and Zelda are presumably under Hyrule Castle. They find, like, presumably Ganondorf's corpse, and it has a bunch of green glowing stuff floating around it. People found out it's the Gerudo language. Then someone else found out it says Seal Ganon on it. Um, but it looks like the seal is weakening. Uh, Ganondorf's corpse is alive and is scary, and I like that.
I'm
It's
all
scary.
about traditional Ganondorf, by the way. I'm
I am
always
too.
just see him. So
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild was one of those games.
Same. And I'm so happy it's scary. I like feeling scared.
Yeah, like in an interview, Alan Newman was like, "This is gonna be dark."
Like darker than Majora's Mask, I think he was
Yeah, there was like
saying.
this interview where, like, someone was asking like, "Is this gonna be the Majora's Mask?" Um, like how Majora's Mask acted to Ocarina of Time. Like, is Breath of the Wild 2 gonna be that in the same vein? Not just reusing the same assets, but like a darker tone. And he was like, "Oh, you thought Majora's Mask was dark? This is much darker."
I'm so excited. Like a horror Zelda sounds so cool.
I was wondering, I saw that too, if he meant dark like, scary, or like dark and weird like Majora's was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Majora's Mask is dark, but I'd call it more weird
Yeah, it's
in
like just like we're
than
super like eerie and.
I feel
Well,
like
I
this
mean,
one's gonna be scary.
I'm honestly fine with either direction.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy. Like Majora's Mask is like, to me, great. Like, just how weird that world is. I feel like would be super cool for a Breath of the Wild.
if they established any like overarching like feeling, I guess, to the world, like that's always a positive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Based on the trailer, I feel like this one's going to be like scary, dark.
I mean, Ganondorf does look like a horror movie person
Yeah.
Right.
when he turns his head.
Yeah. And like the music too is like really unnerving. I don't know.
Yeah, the music is like
It reminded
really
me of
weird.
when you enter battle with shadow beings in Twilight Princess, like the weird.
Ooh, that music! Screw that.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That
Yep.
actually that still makes me tense
It
up
makes
because
my
I
heart
hate it
go.
so much.
I hated those battles, but that's why I like them so much.
You know what? Actually, if you compare this to the scary in Breath of the Wild, and I'm because yeah, those are fun in a bad way.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm excited.
like Ganon wakes up, he's like looking at you and he's like screaming basically, and
Link's arms all
like
weird.
Zelda's like falling down, and like this it looks like Link grabs Zelda, but then like they're both falling, and this like weird hand that has been like sealing
And
Ganon
grabs Link.
like grabs Link to save him.
And then his hand is like turning green, like the seal.
I don't know. It's like so. I don't even know where
There's
they're
like a
going with
big
this.
entrance that people have been speculating is to a dungeon.
Hyrule Castle's like raising out of the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna float.
I don't
That's
know.
I was thinking if there's a dark world, it would be through underneath Hyrule.
Yeah.
how many bodies are in the dungeons of the castle. It's gonna be scary. I'm gonna be terrified.
I wonder if someone's taken this final shot of Hyrule and messed it up with Breath of the Wild just to see if there's anything at all noticeable that is different.
Comparing it to what?
Breath of the Wild, this spot in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Well, I mean, like, I would assume it's just the castle. Like, I don't know.
We don't know very much. We're speculating all this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just excited for plot. I missed having more of a plot in the first Breath of the Wild. So I'm excited to have more of one. At least it seems like it would be.
Yeah. It wasn't like a lot of people were like, well, do we know that this is a sequel? And I'm pretty sure they have come out and say it, but like,
Yeah.
like Link even has the Master Sword in these trailers, so he's it's definitely after Breath of the Wild.
It literally says sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know how they can change that.
Right. So it will be crazy. It won't come soon enough.
I'm gonna flunk out of grad school because I'm gonna play it so much.
It'll be okay.
It would be worth it. So yeah,
and I will finish Pokemon Let's Go by the time it comes out.
You'll finish it by 2021.
You say this. Alright, we have to make a note. On this day, Brock Ferguson said he would finish Let's Go by the time Zelda came out.
I'll beat it by the time Pokemon comes out. So I can't have two unfinished Pokemon games.
If you don't?
What, you want me to raise the stakes and say I'll do something horrible?
You gotta hold yourself to it.
What are you gonna do?
You could take a page out of Nathan
I will stop doing this podcast forever.
Oh, sweet.
No! This is for us more than it's for just making a podcast. You could do what Nathan Fielder did and photograph yourself as a hot dog and take it to a notary and say to send it to someone like your mom if you don't finish it in time.
That's it. If Brock doesn't finish Let's Go by the time Sword and Shield comes out, he has to take a nude photo in a hot dog bun and send it to his boss.
I'm a photographer. I can help you.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, perfect.
If someone wants to mock that up, please do.
Oh, I can do it.
Not you. I want the fans to do it.
What fans?
Alaska, we're calling
Alaska, Maryland, Baltimore area specifically. We're calling upon you.
Baltimore,
I'm sending you my energy. I'm sending you my energy.
Please make Brock a naked hot dog man.
So that was E3. It was crazy. Brock was in a hot dog suit. It was nuts.
No, it was
gave
dog.
Doug Bowser a hug as a naked hot dog.
Doug Bowser was there.
I like Doug Bowser.
Reggie wasn't there anymore.
Poor Reggie.
Rest in peace.
No, Reggie.
I like Doug.
Do you want to talk about what's it called? Dr. Mario World? Have you seen any about that?
I have ignored that completely.
I looked at it a little bit. I guess I can just talk about it.
Is that the app?
Yeah.
Ew.
So, it's it's what you'd think. If you've played Dr. Mario, you've basically played this game. You can play as different characters. Different characters have different like special powers. It's kind of like in the same way like a Mario Tennis or something is. There's probably a better example of that.
Peggle.
Yeah, like a Peggle or something. I guess something's coming to my mind, but I can't place my thing on it. But yeah. Oh, okay. I guess it's more
Pokemon
like.
Troze.
Yes. It's like in Double Dash, how each character has like a special like, how
Yep.
Yoshi has like the egg and all that. It's like that.
Okay, Giant Banana is OP, by the way. But
Yes. Way too much explanation for the simplest
like
idea in the
Candy
world.
Crush,
Each character has
but
a
you get
special move.
powers.
But yeah, it's Dr. Mario. It's like you're dragging pills. And it almost looked like you can drag them anywhere you want, which I thought was very weird. Like more than just like
Makes it so easy.
like more than just like placing it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like I know you can place it, and like let's say you make a match with half the pill. This half the pill disappears because you've made the match. This pill part is still falling. I'm pretty sure you can grab that with your finger and like drag it somewhere else so you can make another match.
that would be interesting, definitely.
And yeah, and there's like each character has power-ups. You can like clear an entire column with some characters. There's probably like one where you can clear rows. There's some where it's like you clear random elements. It's just all kinds of things.
And you're still trying to clear viruses to.
Yep, you're clearing
get
viruses.
levels.
I believe you have a certain amount of pills for each level.
Yep.
So you can't just like completely screw around and fill up the entire map. You have to think probably more strategically the further you get into it. And it's like it's very mobile. Like you have a certain amount of hearts, and hearts fill up after a certain amount of time.
So it's microtransaction.
Yeah, you can buy hearts for coins, like which are probably, their in-game currency or whatever you have to buy. I did see an option though where you can buy unlimited hearts, so it's basically like you can play whenever. So it's something, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I think that's out now. I don't know. There's definitely a trailer out that Nintendo came out with, so go watch that.
I feel like it was a beta or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I got an email about that like just recently. That was wanting me to opt into the beta.
Yeah. Man, I like Dr. Mario. I'm sure it has its place in the mobile market. I probably won't play it. I hope Nintendo makes billions of dollars.
It would be cool if you could play that somehow, like challenge people, but I doubt you can do that.
That's true. None of their games right now, cell phone games, really have a multiplayer component to it.
Yeah, none that I know of. I'll be excited when Mario Kart comes out. I feel like that will be super cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got anything else?
No.
I can't wait for E4.
E4, starring Fourshade Studios.
Looks like it's past Baby Poe's bedtime.
It is
He's passed
bedtime.
out.
Well, when he wakes up, we'll do E4. The four of us will be there.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, this has been the Fourshade Studios podcast. Episode 17. I don't even know.
It's an episode.
It's an episode.
It's not our first one.
It's one more than the last one.
Yeah.
You can reach us at FourshadeStudios@gmail.com. Contact us with questions, comments, anything you want.
And pictures of Brock and a hot
pictures
dog.
of Brock and a hot dog suit.
I'll put them on my bedroom wall. If we get any, I will I can't print it out. I will do something and put it on my.
Put it on your ceiling so it's the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning.
No.
It's going up on our fridge.
Yes.
If we fridge it.
We fridge it.
You know it's good.
We digit.
What?
All right, that's good. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.